An amanuensis is a person employed to write or type what another dictates, to copy what has been written by another, and also refers to a person who signs a document on behalf of another under the latter's authority. Origin and secretarial uses. The word originated in ancient Rome for a slave at his master's personal service, within hand reach, performing any command. Later it was specifically applied to an intimately trusted servant acting as a personal secretary. A similar semantic evolution occurred at the French royal court, where the secrétaire de la main du roi, originally a lowly clerk specializing in producing, at royal command, the sovereign's signature on more documents than he cared to put his pen to, developed into the secrétaires d'exécutif, the first permanent portfolio ministers, to which the British secretaries of state would be the counterpart. The term is often used interchangeably with secretary or scribe. Academic uses. It is also used in a specific sense in some academic contexts. For instance, when an injured or disabled person is helped by an amanuensis at a written examination. A notable case in classical music was that of Eric Venby, who assisted the blind composer Frederick Delius in writing down the notes that Delius dictated. In the Netherlands it refers to a physics or chemistry laboratory assistant responsible for preparing and assisting with laboratory demonstrations, and maintaining the instruments. When employed as such in a school environment, he will have the title of tutor. In Norway, amanuensis is an academic rank of a lecturer without a doctorate, although this title is going out of use. Amanuensis is the equivalent of associate professor. In Sweden, amanuens is used to denote roughly a teaching assistant at university who either continues with his own scientific work, or who works as an administrative assistant at the department where he or she studies. The title can also be used for a civil servant at archives or museums. In Finland, amanuensi is an administrative employee of a university or a research institution. In universities, amanuenses can be involved with student guidance, counseling, organizing course activities, etc. In Finnish universities, schools of medicine, the title of amanuensi is reserved for students working under guidance and supervision in hospitals, a mandatory part of medical studies. The term is also used to describe one who assists an organist during a performance by drawing and retiring stops, and by turning pages, although the more common term is registrant. Modern religious uses. Amanuensis is also used in New Thought and mystical religious movements, such as Church Universal and Triumphant, to describe the role of a person receiving dictation from one of the ascended masters. For example, Mark L. Prophet, religious leader and founder of the Summit Lighthouse, wrote down the apparent words of A.M. El Morya as the former claimed to have received them through dictation. In doing so, Prophet served as El Morya's amanuensis. Job titles. Certain employers use the term for manual laborers at the bottom of the hierarchy, for example as factotum. During the 19th and early 20th century, an amanuensis was the job title for male secretaries who were employed by the railroadership to be available for travelers who required services en route. The title is also used for officer positions in some collegiate debate and literary societies, including the Philodemic Society of Georgetown University. The amanuensis records the official proceedings of these societies. A similar term, Handlanger, exists in German. The term Handlanger is also used in Afrikaans.